background. I have a PhD in chemistry, and then I'm working in Scholler since 2.5 years, and that's my first industrial experience. So I will speak about how we put an effort to create a culture of problem solving in Romont, and also continuous improvement. With the help of the CDI methodology, and also the support of our group, and also the support of other sales managers in the company. So I will briefly go through our plant in Romont, and then speak about a little bit of theory about goal alignment and how we achieve that with building an MBU structure. And then I will try to explain why we need SMART goal for effective problem solving, and then some work that we have done to bring a culture in Romont. So the company in Romont, it's on from 1968. We do plastic packaging, and especially in the group we focus on UN certified pails, different than the group a little bit. We do only pails but not the crates. We have 9 machines. It's fairly small compared to the other plants, and smaller size also. We have 4 shifts, like in all Scholler group, that works 7 days and 24 hours a day. And then we built 9 MBU units in total, including with all departments. We don't exclude any. And we have 1 level 2 that we have implemented. So to speak about the goal alignment. So we built the MBU mini business unit structure with the methodology of the CDI, and so it goes from the level 1, level 2 business managers, and until the CEO, and then it helps us to bring the goal of the company until the shop floor, and then it gives the tool to communicate that to everyone one by one. So there's the CEO of the company. He decides for the well-being of the company the goal, and then that is translated from level by the team leaders, managers. They read into it, and then they apply to directly to their daily business this goals, and it goes down to each employee in the shop floor. And that brings us to the importance of the goals that we define in each level at each mini business unit. So there's the theory that this goal needs to be SMART, and what that means is that it needs to be specific to the work that has been done by the team. It needs to be measurable. It needs to be achievable, at the same time realistic and timely. So with the methodology that we learned from CDI, we are able to set measurable goals because we have the template of applying and following this goal in each level. We have a daily follow-up that gives us the timely criteria. And when you have goals and triggers, that automatically brings the realistic and the achievable part. So the extra work that we needed, the effort that we needed to put, was mostly related to that you need to have a specific one. And then that you need to analyze your work, and you need to be able to sort out the data and then put it on your charts for your team to follow the activity that are only related to them. It's easier to explain it by an example. So we have, in the production, we have a maintenance team that fixes the machines. We have a technical team that performs the mold changeover and parameter setup for the machines. We have a production team that follows the set of the day, the stability of the production, and then they also deal with small problems on the machines, on the mold, on the product. And they're the communication point to each department. We also have the mold shop team that maintain the molds that we put on the machines. And all of those departments, they needed to follow downtime. And then in the beginning, we put the general downtime to each department. And then every time I went to do some cause analysis, I heard many reasons that mostly not related to them. And then people tend to run away, or there we go, they're all busy, and they needed some direction. That's what we felt. And then we had the need to create specificity. So we created, by using the business intelligence system that we have in the company, that we obtain it is fed by a software that collects online data collecting software, which is called Matec, and then iScala also for the rest of the management part. And using this business intelligence system, we created files, and then we defined all the reasons that are related to each department. And each department, when they did the analysis, they only saw the machine downtime that were related to their own cause. So when they needed to perform root cause analysis, they didn't have any road to run away. That was their work, and then they needed to find the reason, and also they needed to come up with improvements. So, to be honest, this analysis I made before coming here, I didn't really realize how big achievement we had. So we started to follow the machine downtime in each of those MBUs in the beginning of 2016. And since then you can see the slow but steady improvement in the machine downtime, and in the general view we decreased 11% of the machine downtime. And there is no extra action. We just gave them the goal, and then we focused them using the methodology of CPI, and then it just did the work alone. So then the second step is that you need to give the tools to the people to perform problem solving and cause analysis. Then with the training that we received from Alex, we tried our best to give this information to each of the MBUs, from the basic tool with the tree question, the firefly, the fishbone diagram, and also more in-depth Pareto analysis. For this we organized some trainings for each level. We used multi-level meetings. We organized extra trainings with the managers, with the shop floor members at the same time. So once they had the theory, we gave them the opportunity to present and use those tools to make this a habit. So we organized we dedicated one of our multi-level meeting to only problem solving. And thanks for the idea, that was Alex. And they choose one problem from their mini business unit. That's like 8 mini business unit, and then they needed to solve it and then present it in a formal way in the multi-level meeting. From 3Q, you can see up to level of fishbone diagram. And then during that meeting, we also discussed among us, and then that was an example from one MBU to another, how to make an analysis, how to create this culture. We also created some hubs to facilitate, first to remember, for people to remember the training that they receive. Some posters that are created specifically for Scholler Aliberg from CDI that defines each method, each tool, and we gave them also the practical tools to apply. And with those hubs we want to increase the utility of those tools and to bring habit to our workers and the member of Scholler Aliberg Romont. So I can say, yeah, it started, but we still have a good way to go, because I find it's one of the toughest challenges. We always speak with Michael, with Bianca, to give the habit to the people to perform proper problem solving with the tools necessary, and also with some archiving and not only speaking. But so far, this is the result that we get. So we started to register all the improvement ideas starting from September 2016 in our system. And since then, makes a year, we had 136 ideas and then almost half of them realized. So we have a goal for 4 ideas per employee. We are close. And also you can see the distribution related to cost and environment and people and quality and safety and speed. That's the result that we had so far in Romont. So thank you all. First of all, Alexandra to CDI and all my colleagues that we share all the best practices and experiences, and also to Federico to lead us. Thank you also for your attention.